David out of Santa Fe, New Mexico, interested in Array Technologies, ticker symbol
Mm,
ARRY.
Okay, Array Technologies. I think we looked at this once before, like a while ago. This is a company that specializes in the actual mechanical panel things for solar panels. Like they make those things that track the sun and keep the solar panel at the perfect angle with the sun. Array Technologies, let me look back a year here at some of the price action. They've lost a tiny bit of their luster, it looks like. They were trading up here somewhere between the $18 and even $24, maybe as high as $26 range. Lately, they're trading down here at about the $12 at its low, maybe $16 range. I actually can tell when I apply my best fit trend line here that they're in a little bit of a downtrend. Let's zoom back into the more recent price action. So yeah, if you're in a downtrend, what we kind of like to do is look for these moments where we're at the top of the downtrend. So for instance, if I go ahead and draw my support and resistance lines, and I usually just make a parallel line to my best fit trend line, my linear regression line, and then move those to where I can hit as many closing prices and as many opening prices as possible. So there, and then I'll duplicate it and I'll do one down here. Something like that. It doesn't have to be 100% perfect because obviously support and resistance is subjective anyway, but you can kind of get an idea of where the majority of price action is staying in between. So when you have something that overall is moving down, the best place to get into a trade is when it's charging up to go down and down. This is the tide and these are the waves. And so you want to be catching a wave that's going in the same direction as the tide. And so I have a feeling the reason why you brought this up is because you see that it's possible that we're about to get a signal to head down. And I think you're absolutely right. I would wait for that signal. I would wait. In our case, use our indicator, wait for a nice purple magenta arrow. That would be a nice signal that you've got that lagging indicator kicking in, telling us that, yep, we're about to head down. And then, yeah, exactly what we were talking about with Kinder Morgan. You have a couple of options here with options. One option is to use the stock itself and short it, and I would definitely short it in lots of 100. The other thing that I would do is buy that substitute put option, and let's see if they even. We haven't looked at the option chain, so again, I'd probably go out all the way to the January leap, and I see them. This thing's trading every $2.50. Yeah, maybe I would go and use this $5 leap, get me a little bit of a discount. But actually, I'm looking at the call. I meant to be looking at the put, and I think on Kinder Morgan, by default, I go to the left side of the screen. I should be looking at the right side of the screen. Um, with the put, we want to go deeper in the money. Maybe use something like this $25 or even this $22.50 put option. That would be the substitute. In fact, I kind of want to go back to Kinder Morgan. We'll do that at the end and make sure we recommend a good substitute on the put side because I think I was looking backwards. But I would do something like that. I would buy that put option. What price are we looking at? We're looking at, if I use the 22.50, I'm looking at about $940 per contract. So that's not bad. You buy that put option, and then that put option will appreciate, and you can extrapolate down and give yourself, targets at when you're going to buy you can either sell the put option or you could buy protective calls and write some near term at the money put options. When you have something that's trending rather than going sideways, just expect to get less on your premium trades every month because that initial covering position is appreciating with the actual long-term movement of the stock. So lower your expectations of monthly income, but raise your expectations for money on the back end.